Hello everyone, I am Veronica Moreno. I am a student of psychology in La Sabana University. Uh, for, all of, for all of us, it's now that Colombia is a country declared constitutionally multi-ethnic and multicultural and has been gripped since 1964 by a civil war of a complex character in which four principal actors are involved: the FARC, the ELN, the paramilitaries, and the government. Each of them has caused a profoundly negative impact in society at large, but especially in the victims, those women, men, and children who have directly lived the conflict and their rights have been violated by different forms, by the different actors. The impacts of this conflict are complex, of different order, magnitude, and nature. In general, this conflict has resulted in more than 220,000 deadly victims, 27,000 kidnappings, 4 million of persons displaced, and 1,000 massacres, and 4,800,000 material loss. One of the problems arising in consequence of this conflict is that people who are exposed to violence or have been victims of the armed conflict in Colombia suffer serious emotional and psychological consequences which prevent them from living a quality life, even though when these people are out of danger, because psychological damage deeply alters the quality of life, the relationships, and the projects of life, and the physical health. The victims of violence have experienced extreme horror situations in conditions of agreed humiliation and helplessness. The testimonies that illustrate the cruelty with which armed groups act and the brutality with which they commit the actions can be found in the report Basta Ya, Colombia, Memorias de Guerra y Dignidad, published by the Group of Historical Memory in 2016. In one of them, an inhabitant of Trujillo remembers the following about a friend who has witnessed the death of his children and finally they did for a moral pain. He said, I got to see the Vargas father sitting on a beach in the park in front of the mayor office. People asked him, what are you doing here sitting all day? It's It's rain, it's getting cold, it's night. Then he sighed, I'm waiting for my children. I feel that at some point they will arrive. So he died of moral sorrow, and he spent a lot of days, tomorrows, nights, and months. That destroys the one who is living as the one who is listening. Another victim is Maria Antonia Fins. She was a Waju woman that was victim of forced displacement after seeing how the paramilitaries took her daughter to kill him. One of these daughters remembered the following, that we are here watching my mom. We are with her chicks, her chickens. She was like this, and she don't speak. She told me when she was conscious before the fall, she did not talk anymore after the fall, but when she woke, she told me, what do we do in an alien house? So she told me herself and she was at her granddaughter's house. But she said, this is not my house. Where are my chickens? Where are my guns? Where are my donkeys? We remember everything she was. She was already silent. She was already aware of that. She was silent, but his thoughts were her animals. From the field of psychology, it's possible to help these people through the realization of activities of memory and accompaniment in which we give them the opportunity to express themselves with freedom, to give a new meaning of interpretation to what they live, and to help them to return to an emotional and psychological balance. Within the present reality of the victims, they find the almost total indifference of the Colombian citizenship of their reality, their history, their memories, and the injustice and impunity to they are being subject. An important step, therefore, is the knowledge of the history of the victims and our disposition to help them to find again an emotional stability and to give new meaning to overcome their life. In addition to knowing, it's necessary to act from our discipline to benefit of them.